Hello everybody, it's time for another Goodwill by the Pound video where I just talk about what I find at the Goodwill by the Pound. But let's, in no particular order, here's what I found recently, over the last month or so. A Crown Royal bag, always fun. I just like the Crown Royal stuff. A lot of people use them for crafting projects. I like to use them for dice bags. Memoir 44, the expansion pack, which is a cool expansion pack. This looks like it's actually one that's in pretty complete condition. So I think I'm actually going to sell this because somebody might get some actual use out of this here. There might be a couple tanks missing, but I will sell that as is. A lovely board game find. I found a couple of toys. I found this really nice dinosaur toy. What is this? This is a Schleich. Nice. No mold lines. Very cool looking Tyrannosaurus. Very active pose. And then a Rhino, which is actually a little bit cheaper. But I like having stuff like this around in case I want to, do crafting projects where I rip something up. That way I'm not destroying something nice. Random car parts that I just kept because they looked neat and they'd make good for, they make good random rubble sprue. Like, look at the nice detail on that if you can. That would make some great rubble for, like, a antique technology and stuff. And speaking of antique technology, I found this guy, which is a little, I don't know exactly what this is, but yeah, it's a little droid guy that I think if he had batteries, he'd like walk around and stuff. But yeah, I figured this would be very easy to make into a sci-fi or ancient technology style thing. But I really liked the face on this dinosaur here. Obviously, plesiosaur or, Loch Ness Monster. Elmesaur? I don't know. The sculpt on this is really nice. Obviously, there's a lot of joints and stuff, but it looks neat. Looks nice on the table. This is obviously like a tech deck ramp or something like that. I thought that would be a neat thing for a bit of D&D terrain. Skeleton stuff. This is a little bit oversized, but it was really good quality, so I did get it. The Harry Potter chess set. I've always wondered where these weird chess pieces came from. I never knew until now. This is a Harry Potter chess set. Obviously, I've never watched the movies, really, so I guess this is what they looked like. I found a bunch of these weird-looking things. This is all sealed up. But I found a bunch of these in the past that looked really cool. So yeah, I definitely have a lot of ideas for chess-based things that I can do. For brushes, oh, here's that skull. Top of the skull pieces there. That certainly is interesting, perhaps as a marker. I found a bunch of Craft Smart brushes. I believe these are natural hair. I think this is camel hair. But I do like the Craft Smart brushes for cheap dry brushes. And then there's this one here, which is ledge bait. It's this nice wooden handle. It's got a nice grip on it. And this would be good for a little dry brush. I love finding weird brushes. Oh yeah, here's one of the little tiny brushes. They used to sell these at the dollar store way back in the day. And then another Craft Smart. Another Craft Smart brush. Esoteric thing. I got this little egg guy. Look at him. Look at as he stares into your soul. Oh. He's so sad. He's an egg yolk. Gutama. Sanshiro, Japan. Gund. I'm so sad. Oh. I was happier in the shell. Oh. 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 Obviously, I couldn't leave this guy behind. Look at him. He's a little egg He's a leg yoke guy. I don't know what's going on. This is like a Japanese mascot character, I think. But, yeah. Interesting little guy there. We got some thread, obviously. Always good to have thread. I was actually running out. This is this big, thick thread, which is useful for a whole bunch of applications. Oh, I found a tie for Kringle, my puppet. I got some lovely damage-free hanging things. I love these things from 3M. Little crystal things. There's some flat crystals. A very destructible material. It looks cool, but this is definitely going to crumble. And this might be made out of those weird materials where it's just going to end up crumbling with age regardless. So I'm probably just going to toss that. I guess if you recognize this thing, you're way too into McDonald's. But this is this weird, like, I wonder if it says on the back. Cactus Plant Flea Market. 2022. This was like their weird, like, they were doing like weird, like, crossovers. So this was like a, I guess supposed to be like a super collectible limited toy. I'm definitely going to sell this because this aesthetically just, I mean, come on. This just aesthetically looks like garbage. I don't know what the hell they were going for here, but, like, you know. This is obviously just somebody just clumsily trying to put their style onto a beloved character of the Hamburglar. And I don't see the point. Yeah, I got some kitty. I got some kitty clips. Little clips with a kitty on it. And then just a bunch of Lego stuff. Ooh, I did like this guy. I don't know if this is an official head, but look how evil this Lego guy is. Look at that. Look how menacing that is. I think this is an official one. It looks like the... Yeah, I mean, it looks like an official one, but yeah. Minifigs like this are... this is the sort of stuff that, if you're at the Goodwill by the pound, people who don't know anything about Lego will always grab the minifigs first. Even if they don't, like... You know, even if they're not there specifically to get Lego, because some of the minifigs are just so are worth so much money that they'll just grab any minifig at all. So that's a rare find. Yeah, we'll just go into books and stuff. I found this G.I. Joe free comic book day thing. I think it's free comic book day. No, this is just a regular G.I. Joe comic. I don't know why I grabbed that. I'm not a fan of G.I. Joe or anything, so. Video game stuff. A Wii nunchuck controller in surprisingly good condition. And we have a couple different AV cables. It says so right there. I believe just from looking at it, I think this is PlayStation 1. Though this could be, I don't know what the difference, I always forget what the difference is between PlayStation 1 and 2. And then this one here, I believe... Just kind of glancing at it, I believe this is the Dreamcast, which is, yeah, that's an interesting blast from the past. There are branded Nintendo HDMI cords. I believe, because these are gray, I believe this is the Wii U cord. And then we have a black branded HDMI cord branded with Nintendo, which I believe this would have to be a Nintendo Switch HDMI cable. So very interesting. You always find random stuff like that. Oh yeah, and I found a power supply, an incomplete power supply for PlayStation 2 Slim, I believe, off the top of my head. Yeah, so obviously the regular power cord plugs in there, and then you have the outside external power supply unit for the PlayStation 2. Miss Pac-Man, which I did not test. This is one of those, which this is actually one of the nicer, got the micro switches in there. I don't know, this is a little bit beat up, but at the same time, these take a beating. These original ones were actually really good. This is a Jack-specific one. This has Mappy in it and a bunch of other games like Galaga. It seems, the controller still seems good, so we will see. There's a chance that that's busted, but, you know. You buy that under electronics, you're only paying 30 cents. I'm sorry, 50 cents now. Oh, that's the other thing now. Electronics and CDs, DVDs, and books are now 50 cents, which is expensive as all heck. We got Knox. Nox was kind of like a Diablo-style game, which included a little bit more roleplay. It's an interesting game. I haven't seen this around in a while. Halo 4 in perfect condition. Complete. We got Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. We got Connect Star Wars, which I only bought because it's in mint condition. Let's move on to movies. We got The Hunt with Hilary Swank. We got one of the Outer Limits things. This is from the 1963 first seasons, episode 1 through 8. Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Terry Gilliam. I've heard a lot about this film. I don't think I've actually sat through and saw it. Moneyball. Blu-ray. Heard a lot about this film, too. Infamous. The old school Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren. This is the late 80s Punisher movie, which I only saw part of it on TV. Comes at Night. I thought I knew what this movie is, but maybe it's a different one. It's got the little tomato thing, so I know it's a newer movie. It's got Joel Edgerton in it, so yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna check this out. Seems like an interesting horror movie. DVD Ghostbusters Afterlife, mint condition. Boardwalk Empire with the very handsome ex-New York firefighter himself on the cover there. This is one of those ones I've seen a lot of clips from. I'm gonna tell you, I've shot a lot of people, killed a lot of people. It's very true. The audio died, so this audio is gonna sound like crap for the last little bit, but I don't really care. Ninja Turtles, Blu-ray. One of those things where, hey, you know what? I haven't watched this movie yet, and Blu-ray. So I always kind of grab the Blu-rays if I see them. And then The Revenant. Considering what we just saw with the bear scene from Baldur's Gate 3, I thought that would be a good one to grab. And then these little books here, which I'm going to donate to the public library. The little Star Wars kids books. These are so adorable. I love these things so much. These are super popular, too. Yeah, I love these. These guys are great. I thought these would be useful. See these? These are actually gun cases. And I thought they'd be great, like kind of a neat way to carry around miniatures. But the just the regular foam in them has been broken down a little bit more than I thought. So they're not the greatest. I'm going to see if maybe there's some use for these, because they are padded cases. They're nice. They're hard plastic. I believe they're made in America. You can't really buy cases like this made in America anymore. They were cheap, and I thought they were cool looking. But yeah, I would have to figure out like what I would put in these, because I don't know if I would trust miniatures. I don't know if I would trust because there's not really a lot of space. The foam is set up so it secures the firearm when you put it in here, so it doesn't move around a lot. So I don't know what I could put in here that's not going to get pressed too hard by the foam. And I'm not going to replace the foam either. So that's an option. Just take the foam completely out and use this for paint storage or something maybe. But we'll see. That's it. Just a completely random haul. Again, I'm trying to not grab random stuff as much anymore. And I am trying to grab less CDs and DVDs and stuff, but I think I did a good job of only keeping the stuff that is really, was really high quality this time. I think definitely the sad egg guy. I don't know why, but I really like this guy. Aesthetically, he's just a really sad egg. Oh. And he's just I don't know. I'm not Josie from Fish Tank, so I'm not a fan of plushies or anything, but this guy right here, this is actually the more I look at this thing, this is actually a perfectly sized younger Tyrannosaurus. And the paint job is actually really nice. I'm going to focus in on his face there. Look at that. That's just perfect. I can just go in the dinosaur drawer, and I can use that for any scenario where I would need dinosaur miniatures for D&D. That was a really good find. The cords and stuff. People are always hitting me up for old video game cords. So if anybody needs an HDMI cord for a Wii U, they know where to look. I'm definitely selling this dumb McDonald's things. I don't know. I should stop. This better be worth some money. If this is worth $10, I'm 100% happy that I grabbed it. Otherwise, it is not worth my time. And this lovely... This is from a Monopoly game, I think. It's a lovely little Tyrannosaurus. I like this because this could be used as like a token for a magical item that summons the big guy. That's great. All right. Goodbye, everybody.